It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gotzo, and welcome to P1 Broadcasting signature presentation of Round 10, Week 10 of Season 4 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split coming to you from, we call it Legacy Phoenix here, but I call it the proper Phoenix, the non-NASCAR-ized version of Phoenix, the more historic, accurate version of Phoenix. And that's where we are tonight. As always, joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, we got about 16 seconds left here in qualifying, but we have ourselves a heck of a points race with just a couple of weeks left here in the season. Seb Alexander continues the lead.
Yeah, we are really close to the finish, and standing is still, don't move it, but could be Seb Alexander have a, or Trendy is going to be here. No, Trendy here. I don't see Trendy here.
I think Clinty is traveling.
Oh, so it's a big opportunity for Seb Alexander to escape a little bit, because it's 12 points ahead on the Clinty this time.
All right, let's get in tonight's starting lineup here. We have getting ready to grid up in here. We're about a lap away from going green here. Lindy is in the lineup. He is 21st right now.
Oh, that's weird to have here on 21st.
And we're still waiting for a lot of folks to grid up. They're taking their sweet time. There goes Seb Alexander. Seb, our points leader, starting from the pole with a 19.7. And right next to him is Logan Edwards. And then right behind them is Logan Edwards' teammate, Caleb Brashear. Right next to them is Anna Klimek in the Deer car. Pizarro and Quilla on row 3. Campbell and Casey Povolonis on row 4. Trey Shadid and Ponto on row 5. What is Ponto's livery of today? Oh, he's got the old Molson car. I think Danny Sullivan used to drive. Albrecht and Estrada, last week's winner. In row 6, Gilson, who's had himself a good week here at the mile. He's at 13th, right next to Crash Dion. And then we got Fraporti and Kirkenbauer. Kirkenbauer is going to be giving Fraporti a lot of room after seeing his 1.04 safety rating. Lilac Zier and Powers in row 9. Plant and Reimer in row 10. Rusty Plant won here in the Votive Indy Oval Series, albeit on the improper version of Phoenix a couple seasons ago. He's on row 10. And then we got Clindy and Nick Sadiq. Watch those two coming back from row 11. And Alan Moreira and the 23rd and final spot. Weather conditions, 112 degrees on the track temp.
I talk about myself, my God. I can tell you later what I said though.
Best thing you've ever said all week, isn't it? Green flag is out at the proper start-finish line. We are racing here down the backstretch through turns 1 and 2, the proper turns 1 and 2, then the 3 and 4, the proper turns 3 and 4. For the completion of lap 1, it's IAR, followed by 2 of the Luke Mansky teams.
Got in the wall.
Reimer into the wall. We'll get the weather off.
But Nick Sadiq complaining about something. Oh, the 3Y on Clendy on trunk 2. And then Oh, Clint is blinking, and that's why our Reimer have the contact on the wall and losing the front wing. And they have a yellow flag.
And we are cautioned on the racetrack. We'll go back and check it out. They believe Lilac Zero, but we're watching this incident right here. And Clindy, Clindy with the blink. Oh, yes.
Clindy wants, and make the contact with Nick Sodic because Clindy is blinking too much.
And what happened with Lilac Zier is right next to Clindy, as a matter of fact. So do we have a continuation? Yes. Oh, my goodness. And almost gets Nick Sadiq. Oh, Nick Sadiq involved.
Mm-hmm. So already Nick Sadiq complaining in turn 1, and then the exit on turn 4 happened that.
And watch the blink, and then watch Nick as he tries to go to the inside. And boom, inside wall on the pit straight. And not ideal for Lilac, not ideal for Nick, and not ideal for Clindy. As we have some possible takers coming to pit road. Nope. Ryan Campbell in the Campbell Soup Car. And Tyquilla take a look down pit road, but decide not to. Let's bring up our tree here, the scoring tree, lap 5 of 100.
So I said in the micro, Elijah Gibson won yesterday, the first one, 3.3K, and Shane Cocker finished second, and third Roy Ollier or something like that. It's from USA anyways, but and third position is the first one. But yeah, it's very funny to see all these people with over 4.0 safety rating, and the only one you mentioned, the only one reported with 1.04 safety rating. That's very low, man. It's like a.
Now you get your safety rating. You get your license based off your safety rating. Would he be losing his A license then at the end of the season?
I don't remember the system of that because I never losing.
I think you get demoted.
Yeah.
I think license-wise you get demoted. I think, don't you?
Yeah.
Chat, if that's the case, chat, go ahead and shout me out right or wrong.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember the system. I think it's like that, like I just said, but nobody cares about that for sure. But it really cares. We do because, like we saw, it's like a really surprise to see. Normally, the oval people is 3 point something, 3.5, 4.
Yeah, I'm a 4, and it's not a very hard. It's not a very hard number to get.
Yeah.
Green flag out at the proper spot, and we are back racing. Seb Alexander, Caleb Brashear, Logan Edwards. Caleb got the drop on Logan. Passed him early on in that run. Now he is second. Logan Edwards back to third. Anna Klimek is in fourth. And Pizarro in fifth. Your biggest gainer right now is Alan Morera. He's up 5 spots from shotgun in the field. And here's Clindy. Getting around Morera. I think Morera just let him go. Probably the wise thing to do at this point. Now Clindy going through the dog leg into 3 and 4. Going to use the high side over for Porty. And he clears for Porty. Hey, between USAC, CART, and the Indy Racing League, IndyCar, the series has been here at Phoenix or PIR a total of 64 times between 1964 and 2005, and again from 2016 to 2018. And thankfully, will return to the racetrack that really this track is. IndyCar gave birth to this track. This IndyCar was here first, well before NASCAR ever came here. And they will return here back in 2026. But that will be the 65th race in the series history. And this is by far one of the most visited tracks by IndyCar in IndyCar history. It ranks in the top 5, only behind Indianapolis and also only behind Milwaukee. This track has been a staple to the IndyCar schedule for many, many years. Track record is currently held by Helio Castroneves with a speed of 194.5 when they last visited here. These IR18s did race here before.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
As we watch Pizarro on the high side of Campbell. But they did not race here with the aero screen. They raced here once in 2018. Joseph Newgarden won that race. He is your defending race winner, actually, when we come back here again in 2026. The only 2 remaining winners that are still racing in IndyCar that are still running right now as active drivers. If you want to count Tony Kanaan, he has 2 wins. Scott Dixon has a win, and Joseph Newgarden has a win. But the IR18 never raced here with the aero screen, although a lot of aero screen development, testing, and some early prototypes of what the aero screen would eventually be like today was done on the mile in Phoenix.
Yeah, remember IndyCar was the first in everything. So it doesn't surprise about to be a first in all these tracks. Some track, no, for sure. Mostly the first one IndyCar, for sure. Size
1964.
1920?
In 1964, they started racing here, and they had it for up until, I'll look this up again, 1986. They have 2 races a year here. Typically one early in the season, one late in the season. And, of course, with the climate like it is here, as we watch this battle between Campbell and Pizarro again, it made it a perfect race to start the season and end the season at. But your career wins leaders here is a virtual who's who of IndyCar royalty. Al Unser Sr. has 6 wins here. Gordon Johncock has 5. Mario Andretti, Bobby Unser, Johnny Rutherford, AJ Foyt, Tom Sneva, each with 4 wins. Rick Mears with 3. Tony Kanaan, Sam Hornish, Ari Leindyke, Lloyd Ruby, don't say that name very often, and Bobby Rahal, each with 2 wins here. So with IndyCar returning here in March, your career wins leaders here are Scott Dixon and Joseph Newgarden with 1. Newgarden is the defending champion for the 2018 race. And probably one of the biggest upsets in IndyCar history happened here in 1997 when Jim Guthrie, underfunded and outperforming his little teams. I mean, his little team was way out. They kicked way outside their coverage here. They beat Tony Stewart in a real David versus Goliath matchup in the Indy Racing League in '97. Go check out that race for his one and only IndyCar win.
The car was strong. Really
his
strong.
car was super strong. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the perfect, everything. Perfect everything. I think Stewart catch him in the last fight to go, but no.
Yeah, you could have passed him.
It's happened now.
Whoa! Contact between Ponto and Estrada. But they are forgiven, and now we're going to go 3 wide. Oh, Glendy blinking there still.
Need to tell Glendy that's dangerous over there.
Last week's winner, Antonio Estrada, now in 13th. Glendy underneath Ponto. Ponto giving him a lot of room.
No, Rusty Blank came to the field. I don't know, because the contact, no, it's not contact, nothing, just came to the picture, Rusty Plant.
Rusty Plant, a winner here in the Vote of Indy Oval Series. watching out the of the gearbox of Antonio Estrada as he washes up into the turn 2 wall. Meanwhile, up front, it is Seb Alexander, Caleb Brashear, and Seb now out to a 2.1, actually a 2.8 second lead. Here's a drive. Let's get you the
good lead, actually.
Yeah, very big lead. And these are the type of leads that we would see Pinero put on people.
Yeah, actually, is kind of we see it, but could be worse actually. Should be like 5 or 6 seconds in 27 laps. So even in real life, actually.
This is a fixed setup race. We're on a 1 mile oval with a backstretch dogleg. 100 miles, 100 laps we're doing. No fast repair, 3 sets of tires. We anticipate at least 1 pit stop right around lap 50 or so. 45 mile per hour pit road speed limit. The last time we were here was 2025, season 2, week 6, round 6 with a 47.06 strength to field. Pinero over Clindy. Tanner Richards finished 3rd. And then in season 2024, season 2, round 10, week 10, with a 35.85 strength of field, Josh Tucker won the race over the gas man, Nelson Messias, and Murphy finished 3rd. Rusty Plan on pit road again.
Oh, Campbell and Anna Klemek. Wonderful. 4 and 5 toe. Was close in turn 2. Very close, but not too many battles around. Maybe Crash Neon and Albrecht.
Yeah, and we're watching that one right here. This track, even the newer version of it, the improper version as I call it, very hard to pass that. Very hard to pass that. And especially with these cars so evenly matched. Here comes Crash Neon to the inside of Albrecht, our pole sitter at the Elite Racing League's Indy 500 this fall. Battle into 1.
That's the point to make it, but you have to return. Yeah, you have to. So I think the only point for the low line is turn 3 and 4. But you maybe penalty with the exit over here. You can lose the car. And over here is just in turn 1 and 2. It's just if you go in the high
Seb
line.
Alexander has blinked out, and he is falling through the order as that brings the lead down to Caleb Brashear.
It is gone.
Seb Alexander with the big lead, and he is DC'd. So
it is.
Our leaders, our points leaders, have connection issues today. Much like they found each other in the on the exit of the tunnel turn last week at Pocono. They are out or having problems today, although Clindy is now up to 12th, but Seb Alexander is out.
Oh, my. We've seen worse. We've seen worse, actually, to be honest. You remember,
We've seen people lose connection like right before taking the white flag. The ISRA,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Callisto. In the last lap, gone. Disappeared. And won somebody, I don't remember who won, but it was the main thing. Like, yeah, now it's DC completely confirmed for Seb Alexander losing 3 laps down.
That is very unfortunate. And Caleb Brashear, now your leader. He inherits the lead. Winner at Indianapolis earlier this season. Watching this battle between Casey Povolonis and Ty Quilla. Casey picking up the pace here. He's got a 5.1K I rating. He is quickly ascending through the strength of field numbers here. He is the 8th rated highest driver in this race. Right in front of him is Ty Quilla, the 3rd highest rated driver. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split and you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Closest battle on the racetrack is right here, and a little bit further back we got Indy running down Albrecht. Listen to him grab 2 gears there in turn 1 and 2. Any way you look at it, even with the new version of PHOENIX, turns 1 and 2, or turns 3 and 4, I guess now. 1 and 2 is now 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, yeah, we'll just do this again. We'll ride with Chris, with Indy, but now they're going through the dogleg. This is 1 and 2 in the new configuration. This is the backstretch in the new configuration, and then 3 and 4. Right here. And then the start-finish line right there. And then this is the front stretch. And then it's still very foreign to me. And the way that they open the dogleg up and the way they allow the racers to use that, it doesn't look organized. It doesn't look like racing, to be honest.
That's why Demi Hamlin lose the championship, because they stay on the middle on the track, and this guy, he won the champion, the NASCAR. What is his name?
Lawson.
No, Lawson.
Kyle Larson won.
Carl Larson. Okay,
yeah.
Carl Larson. Went to the dogleg and used all that thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
To open it, all of them, to people use that.
Everything you see here at this racetrack, everything you see here that has grass, basically, that has grass, is now tarmac. And they've opened that up as we watch now Barrera Kirkenbauer.
Very wild, huh? Very wild.
And I think they might have added a little bit of banking. The IndyCar test that was here recently, the speeds weren't that impressive. But again, tests don't have to have very impressive speeds. I don't think we're going to see the 190s that we saw Castroneves set the track record at. That was in the DW12 with the big manufacturer aero kits. As Kirkenbauer coming to pit road at lap 48. Prodigy on a scheduled stop. And there goes Caleb Bashir, putting him a lap down. Don't forget the PRI Hoosier 500, the world's greatest sim race, December 14th, 11 a.m. on the PRI YouTube and Facebook profile channel. We have 128 different drivers that have signed up the chance to qualify for the big race, and qualifications will be over on the PRI YouTube channel. Practice leading up to the big event will be on P1 and the Elite Racing Network starting at December 1st, excuse me. It'll be myself and Luis Gonzalez Nunez over on the Elite Racing Network calling opening day of practice from the Brickyard a couple weeks from today.
25 days.
Indy around Albrecht. Move Indy up to 10th now, up 11 spots.
To be honest, to have a good points for Indy and the championship, he might to finish on 3rd or 2nd or win the race to at least put, maybe gain a lead, maybe 30 points, 20 points or something like that in the championship.
Next race for us is next week at Kansas Speedway, and then we'll wrap up with a double header at iRacing Super Speedway, and Murph will bring you the call for that. when we go to iRacing Superspeedway for the big meme race doubleheader for the final race week of the season. I will be at the PRI Hoosier 500 practice following that. So we'll be having double duties. What's that? 1 hour. 1 hour as we're doing happy hour, 1 hour. Monday, 1 hour Tuesday, 1 hour Wednesday, 1 hour Thursday, and then Fast Friday, 1 hour. And then we're going to be streaming all day, all day on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, really?
I'm sure we will with 128 drivers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what about the? Oh my God! We talking about the bump day on the ERL, it's like oh my God, 20 cars in bump day. Thinking about in 100 at.
Oh, and we're gonna watch Pizarro, and this is how he passed Logan Edwards. Logan scoots up the racetrack in turn 1, smacks the wall a little bit, and Pizarro manages to pick up the position that way.
98 bump for the last 3 spots. 98 people.
Yeah, 98 people will go home.
I just 95 go home. Basically.
Yeah, 95. 30. The fastest 33 will make the lineup.
Chris Alves calling to the pits. I don't see anyone calling.
Kurgenbauer is going to attempt the undercut a little bit here. Here comes Chris Albrecht coming down off the banking. What little banking there is on this version of Phoenix. Down to the 45 miles per hour pit road speed limit.
Campbell and Quilla coming now.
Now Campbell cuts to the inside. He's going to run through all of the stalls. And this might help him actually because he's going to be able to run the wall instead of staying out wide on pit road. In some leagues, this would be a penalty, but this is not a penalty in the fixed series here, the Oval Series.
Normally, you have to come in after 3 box before.
Yes.
And exit 3 box after.
One caution so far.
Exactly.
Yes. One caution so far is Brashear, Pizarro, Klimek, as Logan has come to pit road. He is coming off of pit road right now. And he will pop out right around Morera, Powers, and Powers into the wall coming off of going into turn 3 right in front of Ty Quilla. And 3 wide off the corner.
Oh, 3 wide. Oh, that's weird. About Logan. Huh.
And Trace Shadid, black flag, speeding pit road.
No.
When do we see Caleb Brashear make the turn down pit road? Brashear, Pizarro, Klimek, Casey Povolonis, Gilson. Here comes Povolonis. Gilson on pit road as well.
He just came over 15 miles per hour.
Brashear on pit road, scheduled stop. Pizarro staying out. Lindy staying out. Actually, Pizarro on pit road. Clindy staying out. And Clindy will catch Shadid going into 3. Estrada has not come to pit road either. Actually, Clindy came to pit road on lap 5. Estrada coming to pit road right now.
Yeah, he did 3.5 on the box. Just pop to fuel, and Jazz is like 5 laps he did.
Yeah, he came out lap 5. So so did Reimer. So both those guys came to pit road and did a little bit of a splash. That's why they're out running long here. They'll be able to probably get a little bit closer to lap 70. Liddy's still flashing. And for Porty staying out as well. For Porty going super long. He did not stop. He has not stopped at all. And now we'll turn the lead back over to Brashear. But Brian Campbell is now pursuing him. But Campbell is now, will be effectively second on the racetrack in the Campbell Special. Reimer now picks up the lead as Clindy on pit road. Down and away Clindy is for his stop. Reimer will pick up a little bit of TV time as he will lead a lap here at the mile. And here comes Reimer off the banking onto pit road for his one and only scheduled stop. 70 laps, or lap 70 coming to pit road. So he stopped at lap 5. That's why he's going a little bit deeper. The most impressive one, though, is for Porty, who went 68. He's on his out lap right now. Brashear picks up the lead. And he has himself a 1.4 second lead over Campbell. And Campbell is being dogged at the moment by Pizarro. This is the battle for second and third right here. Riding with Pizarro. Might have a bit of a run on him here going in the one. Nope, he's going to dive down in there in the one. I thought he was going to hold on there, but he takes a peek, presents the nose, lets Brian know that he's running him down. But Brian, in the meantime, 1.5 behind Brashear and trying to run him down, and he's going to have a car in front of him. That is Art Reimer. Caution flag on the racetrack. Logan Edwards.
Oh, no. You remember what I told you about the inside on turn 3 and 4?
Oh, that's and he power slid that through, and he backed it into the turn 4 wall like a little bit like Nigel Mansell did in his first visit here. And he brings the car to a rest. Remember, there used to be a crossover bridge there at one point on the racetrack, and it's no longer there. But if you raced here in the old PHOENIX on IndyCar Racing 1 and 2, that would be, the old bridge would still be there.
In which corner was this big crash in between? They have this open fence.
That would be off of turn 1. You're probably thinking of the crash that broke Buddy Lazier's back.
Yeah.
Him and Lynn St. James, yeah. So it'd been right off of turn 2, and I think this track actually has the crossover. I don't think it's part of the new scan anymore. Does it have the crossover here? No. Crossover is closed. There used to be a crossover there. Kind of very similar to how Gateway had that crossover on the backstretch. That's not there anymore. Yeah.
But that one in camera looked like really dangerous, though.
John Bloom in chat says, I'm assuming you set your pit strategy up pre-race using the black boxes. I think most drivers do that. It's less work you have to do. You move so fast here at this racetrack. Staring down to go look at one of your black boxes you're not in a straight line very long here. You're doing a football field a second, roughly. So you're probably doing what, 2 football fields on the front stretch. So you're not on the front stretch very long, and you don't. Yeah, you're going to set up a lot of that stuff either under caution or while you're gridding. Actually,
in my era, I adjust before, but I readjust in between the race. So it's not like at 100% I'm gonna put this because in between the yellows, save fuel, all the stuff, the fuel is different. So at some point you come into the pit like a now, or you're like a 20 did like 76 laps. So you're just less. So you think it's gonna be 70, but you can do more because the traffic is less or whatever. So that is the mix. About people do it before to secure that, and other one.
24 to go here at Phoenix. Green flag in the air for Shear, Campbell, Pizarro, Quilla, and Klimek. Your top 5, and they are right together on the racetrack. So Klimek has a little bit further on back, but they're all right together there. And Reimer is actually 1 lap down. He has got caught behind the leader. Reimer showing some pace at the moment. Leader is using him a little bit as a buffer as Pizarro and Campbell side by side a little bit through 1 and 2. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday Night Top Split coming to you from proper Legacy Phoenix. We've now 21 to go here. If you're enjoying our coverage of tonight's race and would like to monetarily support us, please find a link to our GoFundMe campaign in the stream description. We can also take super chats here on YouTube as well. We realize times are tough. We're getting to the holiday season. We understand that. So any donation, no matter the amount, is greatly appreciated. Side by side, off a 4, down the main straight, Pizarro and Campbell battle for seconds. Whoa!
Oh.
And that's just sticking it out on the high side. Campbell holds on to the position. And Campbell really needs Quilla to get up there and help him out. A little bit of a rear gunner to attack Pizarro. Pizarro diving down in the 1. Pizarro with another big run on the outside, and Campbell just slides up in front of him.
Oh, that move is good though. It was super good. The thing is, he touched the apron, and that make the all. Wait, look at that.
Oh, and look at him stay high and just throw the block on, the arrow block on. Pizarro not like it at all. He tries to go down low and it turns 1 and 2, and he's just not going to have the fast line. He's going to have a fast exit coming off of 2.
He was loose on the turn 2. Still loose. Man, the weight jacket is maybe it's plus 40 maybe.
Got a broken weight jacker. Plus 40.
Maybe the tire is gone for Pizarro. It was a pretty good attempt, but I think it's like a same. Turn 1 is maybe you can break before and you can send it before. After.
Yeah. Pizarro's tires are actually a little bit younger than Campbell. Campbell 27 lap old tires. Pizarro only 12. Pizarro up in the wall off of 2. Did he make contact? I think he did because Ty Quilla is now reeling him in.
So all the effort he did with the Campbell, the tire is gone for sure. I know it's new one, but the way he used it is kind of
he abused him a little bit. Meanwhile, up front, Caleb Brashear continues to pull the way. Our winner at Indianapolis, winner of the Gomez Sim Industries Open Wheel Invitational at the Sim Gaming Expo, looking at another top split victory this season to back up the one at Indianapolis. And we were talking on the interview, remember that he finally got that first win. I said the second one is always a little bit harder. And now, just a couple weeks after his Indianapolis win, looking at a win here at Phoenix, square in the face. And Indianapolis win happened on week 6.
And a Clement with the Aquila, they have Clement's going strong. Especially in this turn. Oh, look at that. Ooh,
oh, he's going to turn down. Get the nose of the deer underneath Willa.
That's the good one. Look at that. Oh.
10 to go at the mile. Your leader, Caleb Brashear, now by 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds over Brian Campbell. And the Campbell special, he is now pulled away a little bit and got himself a bit of a buffer over Pizarro. Pizarro now needs to start thinking about bringing that car home in third, or he's going to have to contend with Ty Quilla. And here comes Elijah Gilson. Gilson, a great week here at Legacy Phoenix, and he's underneath Anna, and he can't quite clear down low. And now he's opened the door with Casey Povolonis, battled here for 6th. Gilson won yesterday and finished on a podium in another race in the first 2 top split races of the week. And looking at a top 10 finish here as he battles with Casey Povolonis. Gilson up 7 spots. Clindy up 13 spots right now. He's your biggest gainer. And now Povolonis realized Clindy's on me. I gotta protect. And he goes to the high side. 5 to go here at Phoenix. Back up front, it is Caleb Brashear. Looking at a little bit of an easier victory today. One pass on the racetrack all day, and that was when his teammate Logan Edwards got up into the turn 2 wall, passed him. And then Seb Alexander had the DC, and he has been at the front all race long. Coming to 3 to go for Caleb Brashear. Played semi-pro hockey, was a goalie. Hard to believe the guy's a goalie when you look at him. He's like 6'7". He's got to have a massive, 5-hole underneath his legs there. You know hockey a lot better than I do, Lewis. How many tall goalies do you know in the NHL?
I don't know, man.
Most of them are kind of short and very wide. Caleb, very tall, very narrow.
They should be short, the goalie, because it's easy to going down. I don't know. I really is like don't know how much is the
white flag in the air.
Guys, but I think it should be short though.
Yeah, white flag in the air. Caleb Brashear looking for his 2nd win this season in the Indy Oval Series, halfway through the lap. And this is going to be one of his easiest wins that he's had in a while. Off at corner number 4. A proper win at the proper Phoenix for Caleb Brashear. Campbell brings it home 2nd. Pizarro survives to 3rd as he had Quilla and Klimek running him down on the start-finish line.
What a dog, to be honest. How about the Steve Alexander?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Because it was dominant for 3 seconds ahead, for almost 4 seconds. And we can say they have something broken in his car and gone. He got to pull over the car.
Yeah, had to retire a little bit of a mechanical on the DC.
Maybe some fuel or oil problem, and he must to come into the pit and retire the car.
That would be a very Tony Stewart thing right there. Tony Stewart, when he was in the Indy Racing League, could have huge leads,
Yeah,
and then
right.
it just all of a sudden the day would be done for him, and it's just
You're right.
Caleb Brashear with the win. Campbell second, Pizarro third. Dyquilla in fourth. Klimek fifth. Gilson, another top 10 for him this week. And sixth, Casey Pavlonis in seventh. Lindy up to eighth. I believe is he going to be your driver of the race?
I'm gonna give you a driver for the day to Clenty, and also I'm gonna give it to Adrian Rapport because he finished with 0 incidents today.
Oh, come on, chat. That deserves some lulls. Give some LOLZs in chat. That deserves some lulls in there. Ponto comes home with 10th. Strada, another top 10 to back up his win at Pocono. And Chris Albrecht at 11th, Crash Neon 12th, Barrera 13th, Kirkenbauer 14th, Reimer 15th, reporting with no incidents, coming home 16th, Bowers 17th, Trace Shadid 18th, Logan Edwards 19th, Seb Alexander with the unfortunate DC at 20th. And an unfortunate start to the race here for some of these drivers. Rusty Plant, not sure what happened to Rusty. Any early retirement for Rusty. Lilac Zier and Nick Sadiq involved in that incident with Clindy coming off of turn 4 on the main straight. Ends their days early.
In 39 minutes.
Yeah, it was good. And that great thing for me is I got dinner kind of waiting for me on there, so I'm ready to go get dinner.
That's the good thing.
These earlier starts in the wintertime. Another podium finish for Pizarro is I think he's got 3 of them this season. So that's all right. There's been a sim race lab apps update to their application, so things look different now. All right, let's turn off the B-roll here, and let's go check out the interview room here. And don't forget, right after this, the Indy Next Oval Series top split right here at Legacy Phoenix. And I guess we don't have Pizarro at all in the interview room?
No, it's just
okay.
Here and
All right.
I will find him. Don't worry about it.
We'll try to track down Pizarro. All right, we will go to Campbell in the new livery. All right, let's get on in here. And here is Brian Campbell. We'll bring up Brian Campbell. Here he is. I guess back in the day, there used to be a baseball player that had the nickname Soup. And I guess now in the Campbell special, I guess maybe do we call you Soup now? Delivering
I don't know.
delivering a P2 finish here. Not the chunky style, pretty smooth here today in the Campbell special. Talk about your race. It looked like it was really tough to pass out there.
Yeah, it was. I made the most out of my situation. I qualified like 6th or 7th. And it's just so hard to pass. I saved my stuff up pretty well. And at the end of that first run before the green flag stops, I was running the fastest times on track. So I undercut the field a bit just because that was the only way to pass. And I got to second. I think if Caleb stayed out 2 more laps there, I would have had him, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm a little disappointed. I'm just better than that in qualifying this week. I was
Yeah.
easily could have qualified second behind Seb. Seb found something in the overnight hours and got us by a whole 10th, but I could have had second, and I didn't execute there. So from there on, it was just maximizing the day, and second became my new goal. So I kind of accomplished what I wanted to. So I'm pretty happy with today.
What makes, because I know the new version of Phoenix is much the same way, legacy and new version, very tough to pass here. What makes this racetrack so tough to pass?
It's actually, in my opinion, like a perfect IndyCar track because it's really
Thank you.
hard to pass until you get to lap traffic, right? If lap traffic would have been more of a play, which you get in the low SO Franks, you get lap traffic becoming in factor. It becomes really fun because you're just battling dirty air, and you're trying to just work the lines. But when it's a clean air fest where the leader has clean air, he can do essentially whatever he wants, and it'll still at least be equal with the car behind. And if as the car behind, there's really not much you can do. All you can do is hope they give you the top and you get them on the top. But this is such a high quality group. We all know not to give up the high side.
Right.
So you can't pass on the bottom. You'll just wash up and wreck the person on top. So all you can do is kind of do, I'm sure you guys caught it on the broadcast, do what Tony was trying to do to me and kind of intimidate them into mistakes, intimidate them into hitting the wall off of 2. And Tony was, I mean, he was doing a really good job driving me hard, because he had newer tires than me. But, once I, held my composure and held on, it's, you just can't pass when I have the clean air. That's why I back up. You back up from the leader. That's why I backed up for the leader on that second round, because then that actually makes me the leader of the pack. So it worked to my perfection, and got second. So
There is a whole strategy to this, guys. It's just more than just turning left here and everything else going on in the cockpit. There's just more than turning left. So I'm glad you explained that. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
yeah, I think I got a lot of family watching for the debut of the Campbell special. So shout out to all those guys watching. Shout out to the team. I'm sorry to Seb. He did the work. He should have won this race, man. He was walking away with it. He beat us all in qualifying, and he had a little mechanical with his internet. So shout out to him. I really wish he won it because he deserved it, and he deserved the points this week for the championship. So shout out to them.
Brian Campbell coming home second today in the Campbell's soup in the Campbell's special. But no soup for him today. No win, but coming home P2. Congrats, man. We'll just let the jokes roll. They'll continue going if you keep this livery. I like it though. It's definitely old school and definitely Americana. But congratulations on the P2. We'll catch you the next one.
Thank you, and I love this livery. It's actually the Clendy special too. He made it, so shout out to Clendy. But yeah, it's a little thing I did for the Hoosier 500, and it got debuted a little bit early. iRacing posted something on their Instagram with the livery, so I decided I may as well debut it now and get it over with. So I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah, hopefully it's fast for the 500. Well, we'll catch you at that as well, but we'll see you next week when we go to, let's see, we got Kansas coming up.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Thank you guys for the broadcast.
No problem. That's Brian Campbell in the soup special. Coming home in second. There is Tony Pizarro. We will go back to him. And here is Tony Pizarro finishing third today. Tony Pizarro driving. Brian Campbell gave you a lot of credit. You were driving him very, very hard, and it was a very tough track and race to pass at. But talk about your race. Started fifth and got up to second, and then back to third here to finish this race out. But again, tough conditions for everybody. Everybody pushing just so hard.
I had no pace all day. You get 1 foot behind another car compared to the lap before, and you are sailing into the wall. It's horrible, like good horrible. It was fun, but there was 4 cars ahead of me that were flying, and I think I had Brian behind me. He gave me a couple breaks and let me in line, and I think it was Anna and Logan ended up getting into the wall, and I got by them. Dude, it was tight loose the whole time. I didn't know whether to adjust the jacker forward or back. never got clean air the whole time, so it was pretty fun.
Was it tight loose on both ends of the racetrack, or was it just you found yourself tight at the narrow end and then loose on the wider end on 3 and 4?
No, it was the whole track, even the backstretch. Like, my God. I would say 1 and 2 is a little bit harder because you come off of that huge grip and it kind of wants to lean towards the dog leg when you come off the corner. But yeah, it's probably the hardest corner.
Well, coming home third today, that's a couple podium finishes for you this season. Got to be feeling pretty good about your performance with just a couple races left to go this season. Got to feel pretty good about the season so far.
Yeah, I didn't run a bunch of the races early on, so I'm not going to be up there in the points, but maybe a good top 15 finish will suffice. Yeah, I think I got a couple podium finishes, but it's hard to remember because I can remember back to 2 years ago and crashing, but I can't remember last week.
Right. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anybody remember for that? You want to give a shout out? Go right ahead.
I want to thank John Batista, Steven Spears, Sean McNamee, Raymond Hale, Timothy McDonald, Dalton Lucas, Alex Crapser, Adam Crapser, Sean McNamee, who I think I thanked already, Jeff Van Splendor, Jeremy Van Splendor, David Rattler, and Johnny Reed Foley.
Well, I think you remembered all of them just as well. Congratulations on the P2. We'll catch you when we're going to a draft track. I know that race, one of those tracks that you love, next week at Kansas, so we'll see you there. But congratulations on the P3 here today.
Roger. Thank you, guys.
And that is Tony Pizarro. And we'll bring up Caleb, and we'll ask him what the beer of the night is. Okay, Caleb, this one was considerably a lot more easier for you than Indianapolis, and I'm assuming you're already partaking in a victory beer tonight. And I think that with the lead that you had, you probably had time to think about what beer you were probably going to enjoy tonight. So what are you enjoying and partaking with? What did you choose?
I don't know if Mike got that, but we got some more Michelob Ultras, and then unfortunately I ran out of Great Lakes Oktoberfest, so unfortunately I'm just rocking Michelob tonight. Other than that, I did have a Pink Whitney shooter, but that was the last one I had. But anyways, that's what we're drinking tonight. Got some good old Mick Ultras, and then Pink Whitney shooter that I had left over from a couple weeks ago.
Well, really, effectively just one real pass on the racetrack today for you. Your teammate got up into the wall off of turn 2, and you got around him, and then you had Seb with the DC. You inherit the lead, and that was kind of it for you. Just hitting your marks and continuing to run out the laps. Hitting, of course, you had to come to pit road one time, so you don't want to speed on pit road and mess that up at all. So really just the one challenge was getting on and off of pit road, but a pretty easy and straightforward race for you once you got out to the lead today.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. You know, if I was confident with what the car was doing, then I'd say it was pretty easy. I felt like the entire time, like I felt like I was either wrecking loose or I was plowing like no tomorrow, like on opposite ends of the track, and it was just like we were so like it felt like I just had the mindset of, okay, let's just keep the car underneath me. Let's not do anything crazy. Because at the end of the first round, I'm like, okay, they're going to have dirty air. Their tires are going to be killed. You know, and it's Phoenix. You can't really pass around here on the old setup but with these track conditions. So I'm like, okay, let's just maintain a gap. Let's not do anything crazy. And then we came out from a second stop. I saw I was ahead of Campbell. I figured, okay, he's going to have dirty air. And then I think it was like right after I came out, actually, once the pit cycle ended, then the caution came out. Thanks, Logan. Thanks Logan, for bringing out that caution.
He had to make you work for it a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah,
it's character building. You got to thank your teammate.
Yeah, I got to thank my teammate for cussing at him for a little bit. I didn't know. I'm like, who? I gotta apologize to him because I immediately, once the caution came out, I'm like, I immediately quoted, "Who the fuck brought out that caution?" And then Logan goes, "It was me."
I would imagine that. Who the heck brought out that caution? Yeah, that was me, man. Sorry.
Because like, I'm like, okay, we're ahead of Campbell. Okay, we're in first place. You know, as long as we keep underneath us. I'm like, oh great, the caution. You know, now they're going to be right behind me. You know, they could jump me going into 3 or something. You know, and do this, that, and the other. And it's like, if it was a smooth run to the end, then it'd been pretty straightforward as like the rest of the race was. But that caution, I'm like, oh god, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna be. And at that point, I was also afraid that maybe Campbell would pit for tires or everybody else, and they was just fly past the field. And it was just like, oh, that did not help me in the slightest. Thanks, Logan.
Well, you can shout him out then if you like, good or bad. But any of those shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. I mean, considerably, we talked about this. We also talked about it during the race. We talked about this during your victory interview at Indianapolis. That first win is tough to come by. Now you got that second win. Got to have a lot of confidence now going into these races that now you got 2 wins under your belt. These got to feel a little bit easier.
I guess, dude. I mean, I think in between Indy and this race, what we did Vegas and Pocono, and I wrecked out in both.
Didn't you get another podium at one of them? I think you got another podium.
I got a podium for Open. I got a podium at Auto Club, but we got a podium Rockingham.
There you go. That was a tough one. Yeah,
yeah, that was a tough one. Brayson Pizarro said, but I mean, this one was considerably a lot less stressful than Indy because I was full-blown gamble with what Indy did. This one was just, okay, let's just stay out as long as possible, see where we come out. Hopefully a caution doesn't come out, it's a green run to the end. And thankfully it just came out when the pit cycle ended.
Yeah.
I mean, the Indy win was definitely a surprise, and then this one especially because I had no confidence with what the car was doing. But once Seb DC'd and we were already in front of the pack, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in the best position right now. Let's just not screw up at this point. Kind of the same feeling I had at Road America at the Expo, where
right.
I was in the lead, where Kraus and Craig took each other out. All of a sudden, I'm in the lead. Lodato's 5 seconds behind me. I'm like, okay, let's just not spin out. And then my lap time went from a 146 to a 147, that instant. Shouts. That was a very delayed shout out.
No, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Very delayed shout out. All races go out to Scott Reddick. Love you, buddy. Luke Mansky Racing. My teammates, even though Logan brought up the caution and nearly set panic to me, he still gets a shout out. He did help me in the Indy win. I calculating how much fuel I needed, so I still got to put that out there, and he still has a very good chance to make Pro Series. Rafael Leon, he's also has got a really good chance of making Pro Series. They're both just outside, but they still have a couple drop week. They both got a couple strong racetracks that they're going to go to. Will Weiser, thank you for carrying me to Rocket League, carrying me. But other than that, obviously the Michelob Ultras, the Pink Windy that I had tonight. And other than that, I think that's all I got for shout-outs at the moment, maybe.
All right, we'll definitely see you at Kansas with maybe another beverage choice if you get up on the podium. But congratulations on win number 2 this season, and hopefully now with 2 wins under your belt, the win number 3 and win number 4 come a lot easier. But congrats, and we'll catch you when we get to Kansas.
All right, thank you.
And, Lewis, just a very happy Caleb, as always, getting his second win this season. Yeah, you've driven with teammates before that have wrecked while you've been leading, right? You got to come on, man. You got to be smarter than that.
Yeah. Actually, not in that way, but yeah, we tried to. I don't remember to have a same issue about the some of my teammate. I am leading, or they might leading, and my teammate on the back do something wrong. I don't know. It's a no. I don't remember. Maybe was one, but yeah, for sure. Maybe my attitude is gonna be the same. Like, come on, man. Why? Your fault. Blah, 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 for sure. But because it's scary because like he said, maybe gonna change the tires and
Yeah.
always have this feeling, especially on this short track when the one move could be gone, and that means you don't have any more chance. For example, Gateway is one of the best examples also too. So all the short track is the same thing. So it was a good win for Brashear, bad for Seb Alexander. We should be talking about Seb Alexander.
Yeah, I think everyone
when
agrees on that. Yeah.
Finally, the top split in Tuesday night.
Yeah.
But once again, it's getting down. So I think it's the championship is not moving, not at all. I don't want to think about it. Maybe the last it's moving for 1 point. That's it. It's just 1 point. This means 11 points different between Seb and Clendy. So I don't want to think about it. Maybe the last race.
So after all that for Clendy, he only made up 1 point.
Yeah, only
Okay.
1 point
Wow.
about that move. So I don't want to think about it. The last race on the super speedway could be the definition
Wow.
on the championship in double header. So it's gonna be really interesting if it happened that in the last. So anyways, next one is Kansas. It was gonna be noon 87 Fahrenheit in the ambient, so it could be maybe the 120, 125, 115 between that. So it's gonna be kind of hot, but I don't see it's gonna be a pack race. Just in 3Y, maybe the 5th and 4th is gonna be on behind. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be slightly pack race on there. So see you for sure next week on Kansas, and this oh yeah, you said Laguna Seca on Thursday for the
Yeah.
qualifying for the Pro Series.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know what
we
time
will
is
be
it
doing the.
gonna
I will be in the booth. So will Lewis, and we might have Luca is with us as well. But we'll have. I will be covering. Yeah, we will all be covering. And now it's my turn to cover.
Sure.
The Indy Pro
8 p.m.
Series. As Jacob has covered the early part of the season, Mark the middle part, and I will cover the last couple of the Pro Series. So that'll be Thursday night, 7. I think it's 7 o'clock. The correct
8 p.m.
8 p.m. now. So the correct time is on the channel. So everyone check that out.
Because we don't have any more leaks, so see you next one.
Yeah, you'll see you. I will be tomorrow night doing the FIS at Gateway, but me and Lewis will be together next Thursday night for the Indy Pro Series, the Indy Next qualifying series, as it's called now. And we'll see if maybe some of these guys that Kayla was talking about, some of his teammates that are close to making the final 33 for the Pro Series, let's see if they can maybe get that promotion. That's a big promotion, by the way.
Yeah, when you get the pro license.
Oh, yes. And then if you do well, you get to keep that pro license for another year.
Yeah, if you stay on one of that's the required, the minimum required. You just have to stay in the
top 15?
20 years or 15.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 15. That's why Valesca still have it.
PK, that's why PK has it, yep.
Yeah,
I think Luis Nunez, I think, still has it too because of that too. So yeah.
Not sure, but yeah, maybe.
So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from proper Legacy Phoenix. Caleb Brashear getting his second big top split win of the season. Brian Campbell in the soup car comes home second. Tony Pizarro with another podium finish this season comes home in third. Join us again next week for round 11, week 11, the penultimate round of the championship of season 4 of 2025 of the IndyCar of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split. As teams and drivers head to Kansas Speedway. Coverage begins around 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, again at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but not easy. It requires time and money to produce. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar and have enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. We realize times are tough, so any donation, no matter the amount, is greatly appreciated. And we also want to thank you for watching us each and every Tuesday night, making us part of your viewing weeks here on YouTube. We certainly appreciate that. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought on tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including right now. It's the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series currently underway right here at Legacy Phoenix as well. You will find that stream live on our channel's main page right now, or stand by and be redirected at the completion of this stream. Promotional consideration is paid for by the following: SimWrap Market, your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources, from clean base liveries to pro-level design assets. SimWrap Market is everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit simwrapmarket.com. Download, customize, race. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries and more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links on Linktree. You can check them out in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I'm Gary Gatso saying good night. And thanks for watching on all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Kansas for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split right here on P1. Stay tuned, as we're going to go Indy Next Racing right here on P1. Same place, Legacy proper Phoenix. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.